Over the coming weeks, Springfield Bishop Mitchell ROZANSKI will be holding 9 listening sessions at various locations throughout the diocese, all in an effort to focus on what the church is doing well and what the church can do better. The outgrowth of a national convocation held last summer, these regional conversations will serve as a guide to bring a better understanding on the issues facing the Catholic faith from the perspective of people in the pews. Carolee McGrath reports now on this local initiative.
At St. Charles Church in Pittsfield, people gather for Mass on a recent Sunday. They come to worship as a community and as a church. In the next few months, people will be asked to think about how the church can bring more people closer to Christ. Springfield Bishop ROZANSKI will be holding listening sessions throughout the diocese, which will address these 3 questions. What is the church doing? What is the church doing that needs improvement? And what should the church be doing? Father Michael Wood is the pastor of St. Charles.
I think we have to listen to the people themselves and hear where they're really at. Because I think too often than not, we have an opinion of where the church is at, what we're doing, what's working, what we should be doing. But sometimes that differs from the lived experience of the people. So I think it's a good opportunity to listen to people, to hear where they're at, what their needs are, and how we can best serve them and reach them, as well as make use of them and their talents to better serve God and our local community.
The idea for the listening sessions came out of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops Convocation of Catholic Leaders held last summer in Orlando, Florida. Father Michael attended with others in the diocese, including Catherine BUCKLEY-BRAWNER, the director of Catholic Charities. She's also the director of faith formation and a pastoral minister at Immaculate Heart of Mary Parish in Granby.
We felt that from what we learned from the convocation, that it would be a very valuable activity for us to do the same kind of listening and exchange of ideas as we look forward to the future here in this diocese.
The listening sessions will be held on February 20th at Holy Trinity Parish in Greenfield, February 22nd at St. Thomas the Apostle Parish in Palmer, February 28th at St. John Cantius Hall in Northampton, on March 6th at St. Joseph Parish in Pittsfield, March 15th at Mary Mother of Hope Parish in Springfield, March 19th at St. Rose de Lima Parish in Chicopee, April 2nd at Blessed Sacrament in Holyoke, and finally on April 12th at St. Thomas the Apostle Parish in West Springfield. After the listening sessions, the information gathered will be used to guide the conversation at the Diocesan Synod, which will be led by Bishop ROZANSKI. Deacon Spencer Trova is looking forward to the opportunity.
I do think it's a good idea. I think it's good for both sides of the issue, in terms of what the church has to offer lay people and what lay people have to offer to the church, and how we can make the spirit, in a sense, grow within the community so that people feel like they belong to a family, which is the body of Christ.
Give us this day our daily bread.
The word synod means together on a journey. Father Michael says the last synod in the diocese took place in the 1950s and was more legislative rather than pastoral. This is not going to change the church. This is going to make us grow closer to Christ together, right?
So again, it won't change doctrine, it won't change law. A lot of that is set on a different level of the church universal, but locally, how can we live out Christ's teaching? How can we share the gospel with others? How do we have that resonate in our own hearts and then share that with others, that we can build up that spirit of joy that Pope Francis tells us the church should be about?
Father Michael says he hopes Catholics pray on it and participate in the sessions that put the focus on Christ and his church. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.
And the first listening session will be this Tuesday evening in Greenfield at Holy Trinity Church Hall. Once all sessions are held and feedback is evaluated, there will be a day of discussion and discernment slated for June 12th.